We are live here. Look, we have a different view today. And there we are. You can see we have our special guest already on here, right smack dab in the middle of the shot, Mr. Doug Mancheski. Welcome to the Jeff and Katie Show. You can sit there and listen and say hello.
Hello.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, everyone.
We're going to do our little theme song, and Doug's going to enjoy it. It's Sunday and you're on the go.
At 4 o'clock, it's time to slow.
'Cause everybody that you know is watching the Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff.
No, the Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff.
No, the Jeff and Katie Show.
Maybe it's commutable.
It's simply irrefutable.
No matter what, we know that you'll be watching.
The Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff
No,
Show.
the Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff Show. Commutable.
Refutable.
Disputable.
Delusional.
No matter what, we know that you'll be watching. The Jeff and Katie Show. Math.
Katie doll. How are you over there in the vestibule?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
This is our first broadcast ever from the vestibule.
Yes, we didn't design this building with intending for a broadcast vestibule.
No, but it's coming in handy
yeah,
at the moment.
It sure is.
The reason you might even hear the wind howling outside when we got here, Tech Director Dave Alley was in disbelief that we were thinking about doing a show with 30-mile-per-hour gusting winds, putting up a tent, and so we scrambled to figure out where we might be able to broadcast the Jeff and Katie Show from, and here we are in the vestibule.
Vestibule.
Welcome, Doug Mancheski, to the vestibule.
It's wonderful.
You know, you're kind of in a vestibule within a vestibule.
Yes, I feel like a caged animal here.
Yeah. It's more like, I think you should think of it more like a go-go dancing
yeah, my past life.
shield.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
A go-go booth. Where are your boots, Doug?
Did you do any go-go dancing in the Mancheski playlist on Friday night?
He didn't go-go dance
I
exactly.
didn't really go dance.
No.
But he was in rare form,
Yeah.
I would say.
I didn't see it yet.
Oh.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did. Especially as it went on, I got more
Kind
more
of
comfortable and
used to the whole,
Yeah.
I know, because it's a different beast.
It is like
You know,
bizarre.
I went home, you know, and I got home and Charles had been watching it, and I felt, I mean, the evening was great, but there is a stress level that's involved with the offstage portion of doing anything Zoom, anything, you know, I mean, it's just fraught.
Yeah.
Like everything. And I got home and Charles was like, oh, that was great. And I'm like, really?
Was it?
Are you sure? And then I watched it back and I'm like, oh yeah, it came out great.
Yeah.
It came out really
A lot
great.
of people loved it.
In case you don't know what was going on, it was on Friday night. Doug did an evening called Mancheski Playlist, where you curated a list of your favorite Northern Sky songs, that other people performed, and then you performed a few of them too, right?
Yes, and a lot of them were very surprising numbers.
Yeah.
That people didn't realize that I would pick those type of songs. But
Some of the best lyricists, like Katie Doll, were featured in that.
Yes.
in that
Some
concert.
like that?
Yes, some like that.
yeah, that name sounds familiar. Was she on there? Yeah. Okay.
And that you could still get that if you missed it. Don't be sad. You can still sign up on our website, which is very fancy and newly designed for our virtual season, NorthernSkyTheater.com. You could get the Mancheski playlist
And lots of other stuff
Lots of
available
other
on there
stuff.
too. You can watch 14 hours of the Jeff and Katie Show. You can just stay completely involved with all things Northern Sky until COVID's over.
That's right.
That is our plot and plan.
That's right. And we've got another thing coming up.
We got it. We do.
Yeah.
Allie Babbage is going to be doing a cabaret, and if you didn't catch it, a week ago Friday, Doug Clemens. We had our Double Doug Dare Ya. Doug Clemens did a cabaret on the patio live, and it was terrific. And that too is available on our virtual season.
Did he go dance?
He always go dances. I think he go dances in his heart at every moment. So anyway, Doug Clemens did a cabaret, and Allie Babbage, who was on the Mancheski playlist, is going to be doing an evening out there. And Allie Babbage, to my ear, has one of the most astounding voices. It's so fluid, and it just, seamless up and down her register. It's just...
I know.
Right?
It just sounds so... like I like to tell the story the first time that I heard her sing on in Victory Farm rehearsals, and I was just like, James Velk had said, "Oh, she's great. You'll love her." And I was like, "Okay." And then she showed up, and she was 17 years old, and she's opened that mouth of hers, and I was like, what is coming out of that?
I know.
She's
It's
just
so
amazing.
true.
You should totally
Yeah.
chime in. And if you were at our lumberjack car wash yesterday, which is super fun, you may have heard Allie serenading you with Forever Young and her ukulele. So anyway.
Yeah, we had yet another event yesterday, and all three of us participated, and Allie and a whole bunch of Northern Sky people and volunteers. In a lot of ways, volunteers who would have had an incredibly packed summer with us. You know, we were slated to do 10 shows this season, both in the park and here, which meant we would have needed probably around 400 volunteers. You know, I know.
Like total, we would have needed that many people. Not like Dennis Mayborn counts one time on Tuesday and one time on
That's
Thursday.
right.
We need 400 different Dennis Mayborns. That's not so.
Well, no, he counts. He counts as a Dennis Mayborn for each of the days that he would have done.
Oh, I
something.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, still
But-
astonishing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And, you know, we do have a number of people who are like Dennis and Aileen, and you know, my mom included in those people who really make a lot of their summer and fall about their commitment to being volunteers at Northern Sky, their family.
Yeah,
You know, I mean,
totally.
In my mother's case, literally.
Yeah.
And it was so great. You know, we can't see the people when we do the Mancheski playlist, but I was able to see a lot of the people, the old fans and volunteers for the
for the car wash.
It
I
was
know.
so great to
I
see
know.
them, and it was just a big reunion.
Yeah.
I felt it
It was wonderful, wasn't it?
and it was.
Well,
great.
here's the part that I love the most about the car wash. So we had over 70 cars come through that thing yesterday,
Yeah.
which was nuts. And we had it all set up, and Neen had organized it all, and it was just terrific. And we had cars go through the stations, so they had to pull in and they had to do get washed down and then soaped up and then rinsed off and then dried. And Doug was in the drying station, and Doug would inevitably somebody would roll down their window on the driver's side or the passenger side, whichever side he was on, and they would start talking to Doug. And of course, that became the slowest station of all. Because, right, Doug? Doug was like, "What would you like to know about my life?"
Well, I gave him like a 2-minute warning. I said, I'm going to go right up to the window. And I said, you got to roll it down right now. I'll talk to you. Take the picture right now. So I'm like,
The other
I'm like, roll it down now.
yeah. The other favorite part for me was listening to Doug comment on various aspects of the cars. It's like, wow, this is a really nice car. Did you see? They have tinted windows. I don't like tinted windows. Did you see? They have the blind spot in the mirror that you can check. Do you have that? No. What does it cost to get the blind spot in the mirror?
I was jealous of all the cars.
What was your favorite car that we watched yesterday, Doug?
Oh my gosh, I love the sporty cars.
Uh-huh.
You know, the coupe, the really low coupes.
Well,
the
the thing,
race cars.
I found my job, I was at the drying station for a lot of it with Doug. My job, of course, became about what do you think the percentage was? I just made a wild stab in the dark when I asked Charles what his guess would have been of the percentage of vehicles that went through that were SUVs.
Oh, 70, 80%.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're incredibly tall and voluminous.
No.
And
Summer houses.
summer houses, and
Yeah.
I was in charge of cleaning the attic.
Yeah, I bet. Well, Rich, my husband was taking over for Dave Meyer at one point, and he was like, "This is not a good substitute." Like, Rich is like a foot shorter than Dave Meyer. Like, not a good plan.
Yeah. No, it was important to have 6'4" people at those stations,
Yeah.
particularly. Yeah.
But I became very interested in how many bugs were caked down to the front. 'Cause I was like,
Crazy, right?
I know. I was like, either they travel
Uh-huh.
a lot,
Uh-huh.
or it's like summer. My car is the same way.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah, if you're driving the highways a lot.
Highways all the time,
Uh-huh.
and it's hard for that to get. You got to wash it like 3 different times. You got to find a best special solution.
Yeah.
'Cause you just
Is
can't get off at one
Yeah,
time.
because it's
Yeah.
so acidic or
Yeah.
whatever that bug juice is made of. Chemically,
Gross.
it's glue.
It's
Some kind of
Bug
glue.
glue.
Bug glue. Well, the difference this year, particularly, is it's slightly different because we do have a little bit of gravel here. But driving in the park in the summertime, if it's dry like it's been this year, we would have all had white cars by now.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh god.
I have a gravel driveway, so I do still have
You
a white car. Mhm.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I had when I got home
What?
today and started up my car to drive it? I had a low tire because I must have driven over a screw on our construction site.
Oh no! Do you need a whole new tire?
No, I don't think so. It's
You
a
can
very
patch
slow
it?
leak. I'm hoping.
It's just very slow
Where-
leak.
It's a very
I don't
slow
think
leak.
you want any speed of leak in your tire, do you?
No, I'm not saying I'm going to put up with it. I just don't think I'll have to
Oh,
replace
yeah,
the tire.
yeah.
I think
I
it'll
don't
be
know.
able to be
Okay,
patched.
okay.
You know what
Yeah.
they say about slow leaks?
What?
The next day it's flat.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I had a slow leak. I said, "Oh, it's gonna be slow forever."
Uh-huh.
I woke up the next morning.
No, my biggest question up here, is where do you go to get a tire fixed?
Well, I mean, I would go to Young Auto. That's where I go for all of my
In Sturgeon
automotive
Bay?
needs. I
So
don't do anything. I
Drive
mean,
to
that's where I do
Sturgeon Bay on a
everything.
slow leak.
I guess I would.
I put my bicycle pump in the back seat for emergencies. Half hour later, I got enough air to get me home.
Sounds great.
We're going to do a song for you
Oh,
now. We want to, Doug?
Okay.
Doug wants to do a song. We're going to do, this is a song by Paul Libman and Dave Hudson, and it's from Cheeseheads. Doug, you want to talk a little bit about this role? And you originated this role.
Yeah, he was the head of the factory. Cheeseheads the musical, which is a wonderful show about a factory in Sheboygan, and Molly's character, which was
Mel.
what's that her name?
Yep.
An executive. She was gonna downsize,
Yeah,
Like
basically
efficient. Yeah.
Sell it off to a
sell it
larger
off,
corporation.
basically, and
Yep.
put all these people unemployed at the
Yep.
time.
Yep.
And this place, I think we premiered it in 2009,
Yeah.
and so at the time there was a lot of this happening
Yeah.
where jobs are being laid off,
Yeah.
and
It was a scary time.
yeah, and so I'm like the head of the workforce here, and I'm just saying what happened to taking care of the workers, what happened to the America that I knew so long ago, forever, and I feel like America's changing, and we were talking about this couple days ago that nothing's really changed. We're still talking about this, what's America going through right now, and I hope we recognize it after these.
After everything is over.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Anyway, we're going to sing Average American.
All right.
Here I am, the average American. Hey, that's me, the average American, living out my average American days in my slightly overweight Midwest American ways. Where's it gone, the happy America? Carefree day, my childhood America slipped away. That shining old U.S. of A. And I wonder, will it ever be back someday? Yeah, my name is on my house. With a mortgage I still pay. Fact is, it's a house that I could not buy today. Got a car, comes from Detroit. I had my dad to please. He lives assembled in Detroit. Half the parts from overseas. Here I am, the average American. Hey, that's me, the average American. Look at me, chasing my American dreams. But this average American's starting to think the American dream ain't as dreamy as it seems. Maybe the American dream never was exactly what it seemed. La la la, the average American. Here I am, the average American.
That's a really good show. We need to bring that show back again.
You know what? I think the highlight of that show was, I think the stage right headset person was really what I took most out of being great about that show.
Is that right?
Yeah, I thought
In
that
2009.
person in 2009.
Uh-huh.
I thought the person on that headset really shined in that show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Katie Doll, did I didn't remember you? Yeah, you were there
I was there.
Oh, yeah,
I
because
was
we
on the
did-
headset.
because we did Sunsets and Moors, and you performed that season.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's right.
Katie.
All I remember from that show is like winning the lottery every night, because that's always been a fantasy of mine.
Yeah.
And I still play it occasionally every 2 months when.
I remember
I get the itch.
in rehearsal, we really improv'd that moment, remember?
Yeah.
To figure out how to make sure that it felt organic, that that all the characters were involved in a real way, and it was always a really exciting moment.
No, it
in the-
was great.
in the
And
play.
it was very exciting. I loved it, and the
Yeah.
audience thought it was very exciting too.
Yeah.
It was really you really felt it every night.
know.
I get goosebumps thinking about it. Actually,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
really exciting.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, Doug, tell everybody out there in Jeff and Katie land what your history with the company is. I know you went through a lot of this on the playlist, but there might be some people who are tuning into this who didn't get to see that.
Yeah, my first year was 97, but I actually was here. I went to this school called the New Actors Workshop, and Paul Sills was one of the teachers there. And the graduates of that class, there were like 9 or 10 of us, we came out here in the summer of 92, and we performed Midsummer Night's Dream and some other shows.
Was it 92?
And yeah, Story Theater.
Wow.
And we came out here, and so...
And was that Blue Circle Theater?
It was,
Yeah.
it was called Blue Circle Theater at the time. It was headed by Diane Paulus
And Randy.
and Randy Weiner. And Diane Paulus is, of course, a big Broadway director now.
Uh-huh.
Hairspray, Pippin,
No,
Waitress.
Hair. Yeah.
Hairspray. Hair. And
Both are Broadway musicals.
yes. And she's
One came first, and then they had to get the spray, so Hairspray came second.
it's Spray, the sequel. So then I came back '93 with a totally different company, except me, because I was from this area, and I
Oh.
still believed in Diane.
But Randy and Diane were still
Randy, Diane, everyone left, and because they had
in '93.
yeah, they all left.
Oh.
We had new actors. They said I was the only one that came back with
Who
them.
who headed it up? Who was ahead of it? in
No, it was still
93?
Diane and
Oh,
Randy.
I got
But
it.
all the other actors left
understand.
except me.
I got
And
it.
I kept on saying, "Watch out, she's gonna be someone
Yeah.
someday," and she did. And so
Well,
we.
you guys did some interesting stuff.
Oh my gosh, we used to play I think '93 we played. Yeah, that was the musical we did at Door County Auditorium of The Tempest with Big Mouth, the band.
Yeah.
And
That sounds so cool.
yeah, the band
Yeah.
was right on stage with us,
Ah.
and I remember Redman and Paul. They were playing their guitar
Yeah.
right on top
Oh,
of me.
I love that.
And
You also did Beethoven's
Oh
Ode
my-
to Joy on the beach.
Oh,
over
that- was that
it was
93
a
too?
site-specific,
yeah, it was
glorious kind of kids and people running down the beach to Ode to Joy. It was this wonderful theatrical event.
Yeah, we were all in tuxes on the beach,
Yeah.
and we just went into the beach, da 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 da, and we're just stripping to our skivvies, and we
Yeah.
go in the water.
water.
And
It was
we're,
really
we're
cool.
like, I don't know, like
I think I participated in that one, if I'm not mistaken.
Did you?
I think I might have. I
I don't know,
think
we
that-
were like a half mile away, just doing all this weird stuff, dancing in the water, and we just saw this huge crowd. It's such a big memory in my head. I can still see that crowd way on the beach, and we were shocked at how many people showed up.
What beach?
The beach
Bailey's
in Bailey's
Harbor. the Bailey's Harbor Beach when
That's
there was
amazing.
one. When there was
oh
one.
yeah, right.
And people still who have seen that, it's like legend. People still talk about
Yeah,
that.
it was
Wow.
cool.
Like being a huge thing.
You know what my mom still talks about is Midsummer and your death scene and involving
Oh, yeah.
ketchup packets.
Of course, that was
And,
Dora Shakespeare.
That was
Oh, that was George Shakes. That wasn't
Yeah.
that wasn't that Midsummer. That
no,
wasn't Midsummer.
Well,
with
we did.
Icy.
Midsummer was '92, and then we did in '95. You're talking about it was a collaboration. We were called Project 400 at that time, Diane Paulus's company,
Yeah,
and we collaborated with American Folklore Theater,
yeah,
and we did. That was the initial season at Bjork Linden,
yeah.
and we did Midsummer Night's Dream and Comedy of Errors.
Uh-huh.
And Amy Chafee was directing it, or was she directing it both? Yeah, she was directing both shows, and we were doing this Johnstone method, in which
You carry your script.
you script. She
Not
was
the
trying to.
whole script,
Yes.
just the leading lines.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
trying to mirror what happened in Shakespeare's day. The actors didn't get the whole script at the time because they were
Right.
so worried about people stealing scripts that all you got was your 3-word cue and your line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to.
It
get
wasn't
that.
about paper preservation. It was about
No, it was like
intellectual
Intellectual
property
property.
rights.
Exactly. Anyway, and one of the things like prerequisites for me was I could not, as Bottom, the clown in Midsummer Night's Dream, I could not die the same way within the play, if you know the play. So I had to think of a different way to die every night. And I would like say,
Boy,
oh
you
my
were
God.
inventive, Doug Mancheski.
I was inventive.
You know what one I remember? The lawn chair death
At the clearing.
at the clearing.
Death by lawn chair.
Exactly. It was
He was like
hysterical.
Jaws. He
It
was,
was
like
very
clapping me to death. But I love what, the seagull droppings. I had whipped cream.
Oh.
Falling on my, and I was
Oh.
drowning in seagull
You're funny.
droppings.
Now, there was also another one in Egg Harbor at what used to be called Eddie
Salmon Eddies.
Salmon Eddie's.
Yeah, it was a big,
Which is, what's there now? The new distillery, right?
the new distillery. Yeah.
Oh, Lena Sip and Chat? Is that the same?
No, the other one.
It's a.
The one when you're
haven't
going out
gone
of
there.
town on the left.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Well, I thought it used to be called Lena Sip and Chat, but I could be wrong. I mean,
It used to be the bakery. Now it's something else.
anyway, doesn't
Now it's
matter.
that distillery, the
Yeah,
IPA.
it's a
bakery.
distillery.
I bet someone on the
Yeah.
internet will tell us.
Well, anyway, it was a big hopping
Salmon
place.
Eddie's was a hopping place.
Oh
Big
my
Mouth
gosh,
played
it
there
was
all
a
the
Like
time.
dance.
salmon, like the fish Eddies, or
Yes.
Sam and Eddies?
Salmon.
Salmon Eddie's.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Was it Salmon Eddies?
I think it was a pun,
Oh.
No, well,
but I don't know.
I don't know. It was a big rocking place. Big Mouth there played all the time. We did this show called Al Bango's Murder Mystery, something
Yeah.
like that. And Big Mouth was playing with us again.
I think that probably gave Randy his idea for the Donkey Show, don't you? Doing that kind of,
And Midsummer Night's Dream that we did.
Yeah.
Donkey Show was a big off-Broadway show that lasted years. It was like the Fantastics. It's
Yeah.
just going on forever. It's still going on forever. It's all over
everywhere. Berlin, wherever.
Berlin, I know.
Yeah.
And it's a burlesque version of Midsummer Night's Dream. Anyway, so it's just crazy, non-linear. And we had the same thing with Albango, and we did a really avant-garde there called Dr. Amorphous, also at Salmon Eddie's, which was nonsensical stuff,
Uh-huh.
which was it was very Beckett. I played this guy in a wheelchair with a box over my head, and people were finding it incredibly funny.
Right.
And then we did
Right.
also.
It's really experimental. I mean,
Oh,
nobody.
it's-
I mean, it was. Yeah. Diane
totally
and Randy brought a
experimental.
whole kind of experimental theater to Door County.
I don't
and
know if
just
you've
did
seen
it.
So
if you've seen
awesome.
Hair or Pippin. I mean, the same stuff that we were doing, she did in those Broadway shows.
Sure.
I went, oh my gosh,
Sure.
you
Well,
just took the same stuff.
Well, if you can't steal from yourself, who can you steal from?
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. And then we did Frankenweenie, which was
Oh,
a
Frankenweenie.
avant-garde story of Frankenstein on the Door County Auditorium stage. I think that was in '94 or '5, whatever. And that was actually the first year Fred came up to me, I think.
What was the site-specific stuff that was done at the Chalet? That was an odd place. The place where
The
everybody
Chalet.
stayed.
The Chalet.
No, it's
Like the
that
hotel
place
in
that
Sturgeon Bay?
kind of ghost place that's down there by the quarry, over on the other side.
Of what?
Hutter Chateau.
Oh, Hutter Chateau. That's where
Oh.
we stayed.
Hutter. That's where you
Did
stayed.
we perform there? I don't
I
know if
think
we
you
did.
might have done a performance
Yeah,
there too.
yeah, that was a great place too. I loved it there.
Strange.
It was very strange,
Very
very,
strange.
ghosty,
Yeah.
very ghost stories. It was right on the lake. I loved it too.
And it's always remained kind of vacant and haunted, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It never kind of blossomed into whatever somebody wanted it to be.
Well, we heard all these stories who owned it, and
Yeah.
had a sort of a sordid history or
Yeah.
criminal past.
Criminal past and all that. I know.
So I never knew what to believe.
Where the dead bodies were.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. It was just very weird.
Yeah.
But it was. It was. God, those summers were great.
Now, Doug, you mentioned, so Doug has obviously, since 1997, for 23 years, has originated tons and tons of roles here at Northern Sky. And we're going to do a couple of more songs later on. But you also mentioned that when you were in New York, you were at the New Actors Workshop
Yeah.
with Paul Sills.
Correct.
And was he the only teacher there at that time?
No, it was Mike Nichols, the
Uh-huh.
famous film director,
Yep.
and George Morrison was a famous acting teacher at the time.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they've all passed away. But I went to New York University, this high-powered program, and I learned more from New Actors Workshop than I ever did in a university.
It's something,
setting.
isn't it?
It's something. The smaller it is, the more independent.
And
My advice to actors: don't go to school unless you want to get a degree.
my advice to
Teach.
actors, my advice to young people is get a liberal arts education. Get
Right.
a get a
Yeah,
BA.
get an education.
You know, I mean, don't get too focused.
Right.
You know, learn, get art history, go to literature classes. You know, take all of the science that you can. Just be a well-rounded, well-educated human being.
And go
And
to
all of it matters for theater.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
But also, this is my big advice. I always tell actors: if you want to go to college, go to a state school. Or if you cannot be in debt.
Exactly.
It was only like 7-8 years ago that I finally paid off my student loans.
Can you imagine now?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Right? I mean,
It's
I
ridiculous.
don't know how anybody does it.
I think when I was going to NYU, the tuition was 10, 11. It's the largest private university in the country.
Uh-huh.
And at the time, it was like 10, 11,000. And now
Which was crazy.
Now it's like 50, 60,000.
Yeah, because we went to school at the same time,
Yeah.
undergrad, and I was at University of Wisconsin for undergrad. You know what I paid for
What?
semester tuition? $500
Yeah.
my first year.
Yeah.
$500.
Wow.
Yeah. It was
For
great.
a really good school.
It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. So I was
I
just
know.
like, unless you get someone giving you that money or with no interest, I just think it's an albatross.
Yeah.
It will haunt you.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Anyway, I wanted to get back to people that you not only studied with, but people that you did your first jobs with, because this leads us into our trivia section for today.
Da-da-da-da.
We're turning it on its head. And when I asked Doug about trivia, he mentioned some areas that might be interesting to talk to that would be trivia about him, but not necessarily stuff that I could quiz him on. So I thought, well, let's flip it on its head, because he said that you have worked with a bunch of famous people before they were famous. Yes? Household names.
Yes. Household names.
Household names. So what we're going to do is we're going to play 20 questions.
2 of them.
We're going to play 20 questions. Doug's got somebody in his mind that he worked with, and Katie and I are going to see if we can suss it out of him by asking him yes and no questions.
Yes or no? Okay.
Yeah. Yes
So
or no.
I'll just think of one at a time.
Yeah, just one at a time
Okay,
right now.
here we go.
All right. Doug's thinking of somebody.
Is this person a woman?
Yes.
Is this person a film actress?
Yes.
Is this person over 50?
Yes.
Is this person an Academy Award winner?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
I don't know if she won.
Okay. Oh, maybe nominated?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
That's interesting.
I don't think she won.
Does this person have a famous spouse also?
Yes.
Okay. Is she do these two work together primarily?
They have worked together.
Okay.
Is it Rita Wilson?
No.
She's never been nominated. Okay. Is she also a Broadway actress?
Yes. She's been on Broadway.
Okay.
Does she sing?
No.
Over 50, been on Broadway. Oh, is it Jessica Lange?
No.
Would we think of this person's hair color as blonde? Probably, even
No.
if it's changed. No.
Never been blonde.
Ooh, that's interesting. A non-blonde.
Non-blonde wife of a famous.
is it
also
Susan
famous
Sarandon?
person.
No. No.
She's been blonde. Who's been nominated? This is getting hard.
Is
What?
go ahead.
No, I didn't have a question.
Oh, movie. Let's see.
I'm just thinking
Over
of famous
50,
people.
Was the has she been has she appeared in a blockbuster movie? Okay.
So they wanted it to be a big blockbuster. Should I give you a clue
Yeah.
about the movie? With her husband, it was a cartoon character movies, but real,
I wonder if it's
Oh,
the Rabbit movie. What?
Jessica
No.
Rabbit?
No.
It wasn't cartoon, but it was based on a cartoon character.
Oh,
Oh.
it was a Wonder Woman, like a Marvel comic movie or something.
No,
Flintstones?
no,
Not that?
it's not cartoon. It's not a cartoon.
Oh, it's
Nope.
not a cartoon.
No,
But it's based on it's a live action movie based on a cartoon.
yeah.
Well, that's what the Flintstones was. With Rosie
Her
O'Donnell.
husband was in a big movie.
Or is she now divorced from this husband?
No,
Oh.
Do they
her
have
husband
children?
is.
Do they have children?
I think they do. Yeah, her husband is like 10 years older than her. 10, 15.
Is
We
it
are so
Catherine
stumped.
Zeta-Jones?
Ooh.
You're so close.
That
Getting
was
close.
good.
Getting better.
Oh,
her
serious?
husband's a little political.
Who's married to Martin Sheen? Is someone married to Martin Sheen? No. Okay. Never mind. That
Tim
didn't.
Robbins? No, that's
Her
No, that's
husband
Susan
did
Sarandon.
her husband did one of my favorite movies with Faye Dunaway.
Oh, with Fade. Oh, Network. Not that
Is it
one.
Jack
Mommy
Nicholson?
Dearest.
Hmm?
Bonnie and Clyde. Warren Beatty.
Annette Bening.
Yes.
She's a blonde.
She's redhead,
No.
She's a redhead.
don't you think?
No, she's brunette. She changed her colors all the time. I know her.
We have three
Well, now
different
she's totally-
perceptions.
she's
No,
totally
and she has not won an Academy Award, but she was definitely nominated
for
for
grifters.
For what?
Grifters.
For Grifters?
Not for American Beauty.
I think she was nominated
Oh, was
for
she
American
American
Beauty.
Beauty too?
I think.
Well, she was nominated for Grifters. Maybe she was nominated for American Beauty too.
This is a fun and stressful game.
It's very
We're gonna
stressful.
do one more.
Yes, one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got another one in your mind?
Okay, go.
Is this person a man?
Yes.
Is he over 50?
Yeah.
Oh. Is he also a Broadway actor?
No.
Oh.
I don't think he's been on
So a
Broadway.
film star.
I don't think he's been on Broadway.
Would I think of him as having dark hair?
Yes.
Does he have a famous spouse as well?
No.
Is he married?
Yes.
Is the movie? Are you thinking of a particular movie that he was in that you like a lot?
No.
Okay.
Is
Did he win an Academy Award?
That's what I was going to
No.
ask. Oh.
Oh, ever been nominated?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
He's more.
He's not that. He's like
He's more
like
what?
Tim Roth or Square.
Circle.
TV.
Oh.
Oh, TV actor.
Is it?
Now we're playing
Was this
charades.
person on Friends?
No.
Okay.
Was this person on a drama?
Yes.
Oh, is it
Jerry Orbach.
No.
John Hamm?
No.
Steve
Was-
Buscemi?
No.
Was a drama on in the 90s?
No.
Was a drama on in the 2000s?
Yes.
Tony Soprano? Tony?
No. You're,
James Gandolfini?
You're in the right.
I'm in the
area.
right genre?
Huh?
In the
You're in the right venue.
HBO?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
God, I don't know any HBO shows. True Blood.
Like the most famous one.
6 Feet Under. The Sopranos is
6 Feet Under?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, I don't know
Oh
anything
God, who
about
are
it.
the actors on Game of Thrones?
Arya Snow.
Oh, what's his name? Peter Dinklage.
Yes.
Oh, woo!
Yes.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, Peter and I did a couple of shows at New Jersey Shakespeare Festival in the 90s, too. And a little story about, we did this play called Escarial. I was the king, and he was the little jester. And, of course-
Escario?
Escarial.
Oh.
And he was a very obscure play.
Yeah.
And he was terrible. I was this king, and he was just like this jester. It was like Lear, and he was always in my face. And of course, Peter is he's height challenged, and so I was always throwing him all the ground off the ground. And this is the thing is like we'd go out to lunch during rehearsals, and I would feel so sorry for him. I would like, oh Peter, really, how many roles can you do?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I was thinking this, and then he would see every attractive girl, and he says, you think she'll go out with me? I'm going, oh gosh, I don't know how to break your heart. And so of course he's having the last laugh because
He's on Game of Thrones.
yeah, and he had mentioned he's married to this beautiful wife right now.
What
and
was
two
his
kids.
first movie that made him?
He did The
famous?
Train Station.
Yes.
And that was his
It was
big
really
break.
good.
But he actually made a couple movies before that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that were more obscure.
Oh, uh-huh.
No, he loved film.
Uh-huh.
And I knew he was gonna. But yeah, Train Station was his big,
Yeah, I remember
big
that.
break, and he won a lot of awards.
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
What'd you do with Annette Bening?
Annette Bening was in San Francisco.
Threw
and
her up in the air.
No. Annette Bening was actually my teacher. I did the summer program at American Conservatory Theater, and she was like a third-year student there, I believe. And she was teaching this class, and she was teaching me to be drunk. So we did this scene where we were both like taking one drink at a time. And I just remember her. So we're doing this exercise together. It's an Udahag exercise. You take one drink, get a little tipsy. Okay, I'll have another shot. Of course, it's just all water, but you're pretending you're getting drunk.
Yeah.
So we're both getting drunk, and you got to do a little physical action while you're drunk. And she was trying to put her contact in while she was drunk.
Oh no.
And I was just so mesmerized by
Oh,
her. I'll never forget. I said, I really believed it. I said, she's going to be a star. I was just solely mesmerized by her.
Huh.
I
And-
love that.
Yeah, and I saw her in New York when she came. You know, she was she never wore makeup outside of class, and so I would see her in the subway, and I'd say, Annette, and she'd go,
Oh.
Doug, and Annette was so great. She was doing that play on Broadway at the time with, gosh, what's his name? Tyne Daly's brother, Tim Daly, about the beach. It was a beach thing, and she would see me in the subway, and she would just like come up to me. There's a few people, you know this, Jeff, in New York, there's some people that get really famous in your life, and they won't have any time for you anymore. And there are some people get famous for you, and they'll be surrounded by famous, and they will come out and cross the street and shake your hand. Tony Kushner was like that with me, too. He'd come across the street and just shake my hand. How you doing? How's your life? How's your career? And that was the same way. She'd see me in the subway, and she'd say, Doug, God, you're so wonderful. Why? Something's got to big happen to you. And she was like my biggest fan too. So
That's great.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Yay.
Well,
I
no,
love
that was
that.
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm so stressed. I gotta let my
It's
energy
tense,
out.
isn't
I
it?
was stressed
It's
up
tense.
by that 20
Were you-
questions game.
One other question I had for you, it just came into my head. Were you working down at Minetta Lane when Zombies played there?
Yes, I talked to James and Bob about that. I never saw it there, but I worked for this producer at Alan Schuster at Manhattan Lane Theater, which was down the block from the Actors Theater, I believe it's called, right? And Zombies from Beyond. James Velk's play was running there.
Yeah. Just I remembered that you
I
were
know.
in that vicinity.
6 Degrees Separate, and I didn't know anyone then.
Wow.
Suzanne Graf
Weird.
was there.
Yeah, Suzanne Graff, right?
Yeah.
Claire.
Bob,
Claire.
right?
Bob,
Bob
yeah,
Bowles
Bob
was
Bob Bowles
yeah.
was in it. Yeah.
I didn't even know they were there.
Yeah. We're going to do another thing from a Northern Sky show, a role. This was interesting for you, Doug, because this show, The Bachelors, which was Fred's last show that he wrote with James Kaplan, premiered in Milwaukee in 2001. Maybe 2000. Did it open in 2000? At
No, it
any
was
rate,
2001.
Yeah.
We opened right before Fred passed away.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it bridged the new year or not, but
Yeah.
it did.
It was
opened.
2001.
Yeah.
May of 2001.
Oh, it was that late. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it ran that late. Oh, yeah, of course. It didn't have
Yeah.
that long a run, but a couple months probably.
Yeah.
At any rate, you originated one of the roles in that show. It's only a 3-person show.
Correct. I
And-
did John,
Uh-huh.
who was the
The love interest.
He's the love interest.
He turns
yeah.
out to be the love interest
Right,
anyway.
right, the love interest.
Mhm.
And we did the Statner Cabaret. And I think I did that 2 or 3 times. I don't know how many times I did it.
Yeah.
And I did a tour of it, too, with the Marquee Rep.
Yeah.
It was a big success, very funny. And I think John, I was playing Fred's brother, or maybe Fred himself. And so it was very funny. It was about 2 guys, bachelors, living in Madison, being guy.
Way past when they should be bachelors living together
way
in
past,
Madison.
way past. like they started giving up,
Right.
that type of thing.
Yeah.
And this,
And the other roommate is Stu. And when we revived it in 2014, I had you switch roles
yes,
and do Stu.
which I thoroughly enjoyed.
It was fun, huh?
Yes, I loved it so much.
Yeah.
Um,
I always thought it would be fun to have the 2 guys switch. Like you did. Didn't you do that with True West when you did it? Did you swap roles with John?
No.
Oh, you didn't.
No.
That they did that on Broadway, John Riley.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, but Stu was great because Stu is more of a avuncular type of character. I mean, well, I just see him as a little bit older.
Yeah.
Or maybe more cynical.
Yeah, more cynical
And-
for sure.
And so we sort of tripped it out. I think we had Chad Luberger do the role of John at the DCA.
Uh-huh.
And so it made sense that Stu could be a little bit older
Uh-huh.
than John, and it made perfect sense.
And Corey Beulah Kovacs was in that
Yes.
production.
Yes.
Corey had been an intern with us back in 2003, I think it was.
Oh, 3. Maybe
Yeah?
you're right. Yeah.
Second year of Packer fans.
Oh, okay.
Because she
Yeah.
took over the Amy Ludwigson role.
Right.
And then she came back in 2014, and then, of course, wrote a show for us last year, We Like It Where, and performed in Mancheski's playlist and did a number from The Bachelors, which you chose for your playlist.
Which was Bad Bad Boy. Well,
Yeah.
great torch song. And it's like, it's so many of these songs, that I did. I mean, when I did Stu, I'm glad you put me in the role because it was just like rediscovering the play again
Yeah,
for the first
yeah.
time. And I mean, that's why I had a Bad Bad Boy in my playlist, because I was acting opposite her, and
Yeah.
it was such a great. I didn't realize such a great song, as far as a turning point in the play. And
Yeah. So we're gonna do the ballad that Stu sings, which is sort of he's playing John is really what he's doing in this song. At the same time that he really
Playing
is
like manipulating.
manipulating.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Stu is manipulating exactly.
I know what he meant.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same time that Stu really is kind of frightened about being on his own and losing his best friend because he's now become romantically involved with somebody. So let's do the little scene before it, and then we'll do the song. Yeah?
Terrific.
Stu, have you seen my chopsticks?
I don't know.
You really don't know, or you're not paying attention to what I'm saying, don't know.
What?
My chopsticks from my first dinner with Boodle-Doo, they're missing.
Oh, your chopsticks from your first dinner with Boodle-Doo. Oh, the ones you kept in your bedside shrine? I threw them out.
You threw them out?
Yeah, sorry, Duddy.
You threw out my chopsticks?
Yeah, I had to use them to fish the toothpaste cap out of the toilet.
What?
The toothpaste cap fell off the sink into the toilet. I used your chopsticks to fish it out.
I can't believe you did that.
I rinsed it off before I put it back on the tube.
Ugh, they'd better be in here. Uno chopstick, duo chopstick. You're lucky they're here.
They're just chopsticks, John.
These are not just chopsticks, Stu. These are the chopsticks Boodle-Doo used to teach me the night I fell in love. We're talking about Boodle-Doo, the girl I'm going to marry.
Mary? Are you insane?
I love her, Stu.
I'm not going to listen to this.
Stu,
Mike Ditka, Dick Butkus. Mike Ditka, Dick Butkus. Mike Ditka,
I knew
Dick
you'd be
Butkus.
upset,
Mike
Stu, but
Ditka,
this is
Dick
important.
Butkus. Mike Ditka, Dick Butkus.
I have a
Mike
really
Ditka,
good
Dick
feeling
Butkus.
about this one.
Mike Ditka, Dick Butkus. Mike Ditka, Dick
I'm going to ask her if
Butkus.
she
Mike
wants
Dick-
to live together.
live together. I knew it. You're going to leave me here in this lonely apartment, aren't you?
Come on, Stu. I'll visit every day.
That's not the same. Besides, I can't afford to live here by myself.
It's only $400 a month.
Yeah, but they just increased my student loan payment by $50. My mother cut my allowance in half. And there's only so many times a week I can donate plasma without passing out. This is just the beginning of the end for me. I can see myself as a sad old man pushing a shopping cart down East Johnson Avenue. $250,000 in student loans, 40 years overdue. A shadow of the man that you once knew. Everything I own in one small shopping cart. A sad old man with a bad, broken heart. Stopping in the library mall to watch some students laugh and toss a frisbee, knowing that long ago that was me. And I'd sit and reminisce about the years I had in a little bachelor pad with my best friend. But I guess all good things must come to an end. Frisbee, frisbee, frisbee.
Hooray.
That's fun.
It's so pathetic. And I really hammed it up during the song. I was like ready to go in the old folk song.
You were. It was
It was
fun.
like homeless old man.
It was really funny. So, here we are, and I think that Dave Alley, our trusty tech director, is on his way to get us our baked goods, because we are at the section of the show where Doug Mancheski is going to have to eat 3 different items.
Uh-oh.
and
You
then
shall eat
decide.
items 3.
He shall eat items 3, and shall then grant us wishes merrily.
This whole weekend for me has been a chunk fest.
What does that mean?
I've just been eating all these desserts. All the
Oh.
volunteers, they had all these desserts.
Could you believe Barb and Dale?
Oh, my God.
Aren't they
If
wonderful?
Barb's watching this, thank you so much.
I know.
Oh, my God. That
so
was I ate like 10 of those Kellogg K bars, man. I just
Right?
love them.
I
What?
know. You know, Rice Krispie bars with
Rice
chocolate.
Krispie
Oh yeah,
bars.
yeah,
No Rice
Scotcheroos.
Scotcheroos, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it's so moist.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And they're not an easy thing to make.
No.
Because you can make them really hard and crunchy.
Thank you,
And
David.
this one is so soft.
I got myself a little plate.
Are those yours?
Plate.
No, you're going to get the one that has all of them on.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Right.
Ugh, okay, I'm going to show everyone.
This is
Yeah.
your tradition?
This what did you say?
Tradition for your show?
Yes, Doug. You two can binge 14 hours worth of the Jeff and Katie show when you get home, so that you're better prepared next time for what to expect as a special guest.
I saw the Bill Tyson show halfway.
So, on this plate, Katie Dahl has made
Katie made these.
Katie made one of them.
Oh.
Doug, are you really that obtuse? You can't be that obtuse.
But you know what I appreciate is you were so excited when you thought I made them. Made me
love
feel
this.
really good.
So-
Who made this?
David.
Dave Alley. So taste that one first.
Oh my god, the little walnut almonds
Yeah,
sticking
little
out.
almonds. That's right.
Wow.
So far, you've guessed an ingredient.
This is like a round.
How do you eat it? With the almond separate or both?
No,
Are you eating it?
yeah, it's an amuse-bouche.
This is like a macaroon, David said, is what he defined
Yeah.
it as.
It's a macaroon, and it's very almondy. It has coconut in it too, doesn't it?
So
no
I
coconut.
taste the coconut. I'm
It
big into
doesn't have
coconut.
coconut.
And there's citrus of something. There's lemon.
Oh
or
yeah,
Lemon.
orange
I
or
love
something.
lemon. I love lemon and coconut.
There's no coconut in it though.
I thought you said coconut.
I know I did. I was wrong. I'm looking at Dave Alley shaking his head over there. He knows. He baked them, not me.
Well, what's
He said something about there's blanched almonds ground up.
Yeah.
together.
Oh, so that's the texture of coconut.
Yes,
Yes, it does.
it does have a texture.
Of coconut. Doug said. Yes.
Oh, a coconut texture.
It's the texture of coconut.
Okay, let's try another one. What's next?
Well, you
What?
choose.
You choose.
These,
Simon, you
these
eat
things,
so fast.
these things are
No,
the same
I'm not
thing.
eating that fast. I mean, you don't have to eat everything. We just
You don't have to
taste.
finish it,
You don't
yeah.
have to finish it. You just
'Cause
have
you're
to
gonna-
taste.
You're gonna have to. Somebody asked us for a spittoon. Colin Welford was like, "I'm just gonna taste."
I know,
Just
spit
spit
like
'em
wine.
out.
I know.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, let's talk about that one.
Okay.
That's Katie's.
This is mine.
So you did make this?
I
Yes,
made this. Yes.
Okay.
This is a
Mm.
Mexican
Oh.
corn cake,
It's so corny. Right?
Oh,
and
isn't that interesting?
yeah, I got it from.
Is it another gluten free?
No, it's not.
Oh.
There's flour in it, but I got it from your fave, Milk Street. It was on the radio last week, and Christopher Kimball, that his name,
Uh-huh.
he was saying that
good.
it was one of his top 5 favorite cakes ever in life.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he makes it differently to me. I would not say this is one of my top 5 cakes ever in life, but
Chris
it was
Kimball's a
cool.
type, though.
What?
He's a type.
He's a type.
Yeah.
Well, what I like about this cake is it's not very sweet. So like you could have like
Uh-huh.
the only sweetness in this cake is sweetened condensed milk. There's no other
Uh-huh.
sugar.
Oh, sweetened condensed milk.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So it's
A whole
and
can?
it's also a whole can, and you make it in a blender.
Wow.
You take the kernels, you cut the kernels off of 3 raw cobs of corn,
Yes.
and then you add some cornmeal. Interestingly, in Mexico they don't add corn. No, add cornstarch. In Mexico they don't add cornstarch because the corn is starchier in Mexico.
It's
Than
what?
starchier.
Oh, starchier.
Yeah. So anyway, you put sweetened condensed
Are you
milk.
saying
and
that there is not any ground up corn meal in this?
there is ground up cornmeal
Okay.
also. But you put all this stuff just in a blender. It's all a blender meal,
You can tell that I cook.
a blender
Yeah.
cake.
Doug's like, what are you talking about? What's a blender?
A blender has a blade.
I don't
anyway.
think I ever made bread in
the
my life.
the final one is a bread, and I put 2 pieces on there.
Oh, you
one,
made this, Jeff.
Yeah, I made that.
You did.
I made the bread.
You made this bread?
Yes. And
Oh my god.
This is how Annette Betting taught him to act drunk.
put your contacts in, Doug. So one is plain, so you can
put in
taste
this?
it. One is plain, and the other one has some cream cheese, some
Is it
cream cheese
special
that I
cream
made.
cheese?
Yes, I went to
Is it
my
like honey in there?
creamery.
What's in there?
In where?
The cream cheese.
That cream cheese has powdered sugar and butter in it.
Oh,
So it's like a carrot cake.
it's like
icing.
frosting.
Yes, I made. So I wanted you. So, yes, you like it?
I like it also.
Doug makes noises when he eats. We like that.
This is really good. Wow, Jeff, I'm surprised.
I really like how surprising every moment of the Bake Off has been to Doug.
Including the fact that we have one.
This is really good.
I'm glad you like it,
Wow.
Doug.
This is
Wow.
good. And what's
So
the
tell
bread
me
called?
about what's in the bread.
Yeah.
It's a pecan cranberry bread. Toasted pecan cranberry bread.
Delicious.
It's a yeast bread.
Uh-huh.
And then I gussied it up with the cream cheese in case you wanted it to be more of a dessert. Like that.
Well, it's not too sugary with the cream cheese. I mean, it's still.
Yeah. That was the plan.
You could have 2 or 3 more if you wanted.
You could.
Without feeling.
One could. One will.
One will.
Especially one that has an empty stomach.
Because all of the baked goods from yesterday have now worn off. We really were spoiled yesterday.
Oh my God.
The thing that amazes me about Dale and Barb is that they have a camper that they park at Aqualand, and they cook
Oh, that is amazing.
meals for the entire company when we're in the park
That's crazy.
at their campsite.
That's amazing.
It is amazing,
That's
and it's
seriously
it's
amazing.
really really good.
Wow.
I know.
Did you know we went to Toma this year? And
What?
performed Guys Nice?
Oh,
At,
You
Doug's
went to
Nice
where?
Field.
oh, is that right?
Yeah. At
He's-
Toma, where they live.
Stay on the mic.
He's part of a he's part of a community theater there.
Correct.
And they're doing Guys and Does.
Are they doing it? Yeah,
Oh,
that's
really?
right.
They don't know if they're going to be able
Right.
to do it, but they
Right.
had planned on doing it, and he's going to be in it apparently.
Oh, yeah, I think so, right, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the last show right before COVID. And I remember this, I was telling the guys, Barb, I was like, remember I was like telling everyone this stuff was happening in Washington State, and everyone was like blowing me off. I said, it's going to come.
Oh, yeah.
We should be worried about this. And they were like, whatever.
Doug,
Moral of
you-
the story: listen to Doug.
Well, the moral of the story is Doug, quit prophesying horrible things.
The Oracle.
Nostradamus and
The
a better way.
Oracle. Come to Doug the Oracle.
So, Doug, on the Jeff and Katie show,
That's what you're on.
Yeah, it's the best drug.
at the end of the bake-off, the special guest has to choose one of the items that he liked the best.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And we don't care. Really, it's just about, in the moment of time for you. And it might have been the first thing that you put in because you were so hungry. It could have been the second thing. It could have been the third thing. It was probably the third thing.
Oh, my God. I feel like I'm the Bachelor.
Exactly. Who are you giving the rose to, Doug?
Only because of the cream cheese.
Oh,
Oh,
the bread?
Jeff Herbst.
Oh, because of the
Ta-da.
cream cheese. Ooh, the gussying worked.
Wow, yes.
James
It's like
Doug
on the
would be
Great
so
British
happy.
Baking Show when they give you a little gin, gin sidecar or whatever
Right,
to
right,
your
right,
bread.
right.
Like, oh, well, I sure like that one. That was really good.
So,
Yay.
I don't even know what time it is. I've lost track. We've been having so much fun with Doug Mancheski.
It's 5 till. We're in really good
Oh, we're
shape.
perfect. We're so perfect because we're going to do.
Oh, but I forgot to mention the bucket,
Yeah,
everyone.
we have the buck in the bucket.
We've got a bucket.
Tell them where to go, Katie Doll.
Well, paypal.me/a-buck-in-the-bucket. That's where you can help us out continuing all of our programming and development work this winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had a text from my sister Dawn came yesterday to the car wash. My mother worked the entire day at the car wash, which was amazing. And I got a text from my sister Dawn saying, "How did the car wash go? Was it successful?" And I texted her back and said, as far as car washes go, I think so, but we don't have any metrics, any way of measuring successful car washes at Northern Sky
To
Theater.
call up the Boy Scouts and ask them, what is a good
Yeah,
car
what's a
wash
good
run
car
these
wash?
days? Yeah.
Let us know. because
We had so much fun, though. We will say,
We did. It was a
for
blast.
sure, it was so fun. So.
Yeah, anything, and people were so generous and kind and friendly, and they bought our new T-shirts,
Yeah.
and I hope they bought some of your CDs.
Yeah, they put little dollars in my tip
and
jar. It was
That's
so
great.
nice. Yeah.
So it was terrific, and it
Yeah.
made us all feel, sort of
Less
human
lonely.
again, and less lonely.
Did you
Yeah.
say doomed again? New? What did you say?
More human?
Oh, human. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Less like cage.
Somewhere between
Beings.
doomed and new.
Somewhere between
Human.
good and new. So the final thing, not the final number, but
No,
the final
no.
number with Doug.
He's so bummed out that he
still
has to
eating.
stop eating his
I have another
bread.
thing to do.
What?
What are you talking about?
You're gonna do the guy from TV, aren't you?
Oh,
Doug's already gone home in his mind.
snap, snap, chop, chop.
Well, this song was especially exciting. This is from Guys on Ice, of course, and it's especially exciting because it's about Doug fantasizing about being on TV. You can tell
It's
from the way
true.
he's reacting that he's been thinking through how being on the Jeff and Katie show will be for days and days.
This takes me back to my cable access days.
Your cable access days. I mean, it takes you back. Aren't you doing that from your basement right now? That's what I heard.
Well,
We didn't even get a chance to talk about all your gardening, Doug. That's going to be the next time you're on the Jeff and Katie show, okay?
yeah, no, right.
So we'll do the little scene. This is from Guys on Ice, of course, by Fred Alley and James Kaplan. And Doug has performed the role of Marvin. I think you said, over 2,000 times,
Yeah, who
easy,
knows?
right?
Who knows?
Yeah. Since you debuted it in 1998,
Yes.
you have played it since then.
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
every year, close
Yeah,
to,
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think I've gone a year without playing.
in some fashion.
In some fashion, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. It is crazy.
Say, Merv. Get in character, Doug. Say. There was no way for me to know, people. Say, Marv,
Yeah.
are you going to give the cable TV guys all the inside dope?
Like what?
Well, like how you hook a flathead and stuff like that.
Well, I figure we give a little to get a little. You know the guys the cubby likes? He keeps asking him back.
Yeah?
Now, think about it. If I was a regular on that show, whew, I never have to buy a beer in this town again. And maybe Bonnie would finally go out with me.
Bonnie? That gal from the Pick and Save? The one they say has the Packer helmet tattoo on her,
Yeah. I'm in love with Bonnie the checkout gal.
That's not love, Marvin. That's a 10% discount on roasted chicken.
No, it's love. And after a day, I'll be a shoo-in. I'll walk in the Pick and Save. There'll be Bonnie. She'll say that she saw me today on TV. She'll punch the clock early and no one will care. I'll bring her a Cubby Show t-shirt to wear. The folks at the checkout will all stop and stare, 'cause they'll know I'm the guy from TV. They'll rename the frozen food section for me. I eat all the samples that I want to for free. I'll autograph food for a very small fee. That's me, I'm the guy from TV. And it's Bonnie and me, the guy from TV, in a grocery cart built for two. I'll be wearing a smile in the breakfast food aisle when Bonnie shows me her tattoo. You gotta keep that down there, honey. You can't do that. There's lots of people here. Let's go to dairy section, eh? Attention all shoppers, a special today. Back by the dairy, look for the display where Bonnie, the checkout, is having her way with me. I'm the guy from TV. And it's Bonnie and me, the guy from TV, in a grocery cart built for two. I'll be wearing a smile in the breakfast food aisle when Bonnie shows me her tattoo. She'll punch the clock early and no one will care. I'll bring her a Cubby Show t-shirt to wear. The folks at the checkout will all stop and stare, 'cause they'll know I'm the guy from TV. 'Cause they'll know I'm the guy from TV.
Thanks, Douglas. That's 2001, at
Yes.
least. So, we want to thank our special guest, Doug Mancheski, for appearing on the Jeff and Katie Show on this blustery day from the vestibule.
Next Saturday. Oh my gosh, we didn't tell them.
Oh, gosh.
Next
we're gonna
Saturday, it's
switch.
different. Next weekend, it's not on
Yeah.
Sunday. It's on Saturday.
Is that 'cause of
Everybody.
you?
Yeah, it's because of me.
Packers.
No, not because of the Packers. Though I
Yeah.
will be watching the Packers.
What, are they playing on Sunday?
Yeah,
It starts Sunday, man.
What time?
3. I think it's an afternoon game. It's a
What do you have
3:25.
Katie Doll,
Are
We
you-
would have changed it anyway.
you
did
would've
you
changed- see,
did
see,
you change to Saturday because of the Packers, Katie Doll?
I didn't, but we should have if we did. I changed because I'm going to the land of the enemy, Minnesota. I'm going to be watching the game from
Are
you
they
know,
playing
enemy
Minnesota?
territory.
Yes.
Yeah, hmm
Oh.
in the empty U.S. Bank Stadium.
I hope you make it back alive.
Thank you.
We'll
So-
be rooting for you.
Yeah, thanks. But so don't forget, everyone, next week, we should have told them earlier.
I know.
Saturday at 4 p.m. And I mean, if you forget, you can watch it on Sunday at 4 p.m. It will be on our Facebook page then.
That's true. You
So it's
can-
better than if it was the other way around.
That's true. So you really,
You really
yeah.
can see it. And our special guest is going to be Lacrissa Granberry,
Yeah.
which will be super fun.
On Saturday at 4.
Yeah,
And we are hoping to be on the patio. If not, we'll be in the vestibule.
that's right. We figured it out, everyone.
We figured it out. The Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff Show.
No, the Jeff and Katie Show.
The Katie and Jeff Show. Commutable.
Refutable.
Disputable.
Delusional.
No matter what, we know that you'll be watching. The Jeff and Katie Show.
And Doug.
Well done, Doug Mancheski. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Have a great rest
everyone.
of your Sunday. Don't blow away.
No, please don't.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe the leaves are changing out there already. It's nuts.
Okay.
Thanks, Doug.